Big Tim the Great, man. How everybody feeling, man? I just want to sit here, chop it up with y'all, catch up with y'all, you know? Got my iced coffee. I'm not really a big coffee drinker, but sometimes I like a nice iced coffee, right? It kind of put me in a vibe. But anyways, I'm just reflecting on my life, right? And how I never stopped moving forward. I never stopped, during my journey and thought this female is the end all be all for me. I never got a job and thought this job is the end all be all for me. My life journey is just about moving forward. Going towards the next adventure, right? The next thing. I always feel like there's something else out there for me, right? And thinking like this always leads me down the path of feeling like there's no one chick that deserves all of me. Not one. Because I'm known to bring a lot of joy into a woman's life, right? I think it's selfish of me to give myself entirely to one female. A lot of times you would get with these females and instead of them acting like a submissive, loving woman, she chooses to act like a mother and tries to direct you and tell you what to do and what not to do. Listen, let me tell you a little bit about myself, man. I've been on my own for probably more than half my life. Like, not literally alone, but outside of my parents' care. You know what I mean? So, like, I never had overbearing parents always on top of me telling me, yes, early on in life. But after a while, you know what I mean? I kind of wanted some more freedom. Like, even as a young boy, 14, 15, 16, I wanted more freedom. You know what I mean? I chose to live with family friends because it was closer to my high school, right? So I've been alone for a long time. I've been making my own decisions for a long time, right? I've been embracing solitude for a long time. There was never a time when I felt like I needed a gang or a squad. There was never a time. I had a lot of friends throughout my life. But those people are in the past. My life keeps going. I lived in multiple different cities. You see, what you have to understand is your life is a solo journey. You will come across a lot of people throughout your life. But if you are progressing in life, it is very rare that these people will remain around you. I lived in different cities. What are the chances that some of these random people that I came across would move to these same cities? Everybody has their own life to live, you know? And it brings me to something I always think about, right? They tricked a lot of black people, man. They tricked us, man. Well, not me. A lot of you guys, right? They made you love the hood. They made you love the hood. They programmed you to love the hood. That's why you got 50-year-old men talking about lobby boys. They programmed you to think in a box. To think that criminality and being the toughest dude, being the top trapper, is like the pinnacle for a black man. They tricked us. And then if you don't fall in that category, in that box, if he ain't a shooter, if he ain't a, right? You a lame. It happens all around the country. I'm from Brooklyn, man. It happened in Brooklyn. Happens in Brooklyn. It happens in Chicago. It happens in LA. It happens in Detroit. It happens in all of these cities, man. Philly, man. Houston. Dallas. Right? Baton Rouge. Miami. It happens in all these. They make us love the hood. And the hood will never benefit you. Ever. You never hear trappers talking about how to build your credit, man. It's all about trapping and getting money and holding on to this paper money that's worthless. Paper money loses value on a daily basis. Inflation is going to eat that money up. This is why all of the trappers, the dudes that made millions in the 80s during the C era, you know what era I'm talking about. They never had the brain to buy up properties. All they seen that they could buy were chains, clothes, women, cars. They made them love the hood. They made black people love the hood so much to the point they don't want to progress. They don't want to make it past the hood. They don't want to leave the hood. That's why you got all these rappers. They make it to the point where they have millions. Millions. And they still want to go back to the same neighborhoods that they was trying to escape from when they was there. When you was there and you didn't have no money, you didn't want to be anywhere near there. You wanted to leave. You wish you could just disappear and teleport to like a nice place. Here you go. You get all the money to be able to do this. And you remain in the same environment. You go back to the same environment. That's why a lot of these dudes, they lose their life. It's a trap. They promote the music in a certain way where the degeneracy is what's promoted. And yes, you may think it look cool on camera, but the reality is it's not cool at all. When you actually living in those type of environments, it's not cool at all. But they make you love it. They pedestalize those guys that promote it the most. Here you go, a guy like Lil Durk. They say the man had 30, 40 million. And he's allegedly putting money on people. He's allegedly sending people to do dirty work. Think about that. Where would you be if you had 30, 40 million? Nobody would ever see me again. Where would you be? They made us love the hood. You got Jim Jones and Mano talking about lobby boys. You know what I mean? Jay-Z spoke about this like decades ago. I don't be in a project hallways talk about how I be in a project all day. That's lame shit. Who want to be up in a hallway? What's the reality of it? A bunch of niggas standing around doing nothing. Some niggas got straps. Niggas, what they doing? Playing dice, drinking, smoking. Do you know how boring it is to actually stand on a block? Listen, a crowd always made me uncomfortable. I never was comfortable being in a crowd. It's too many factors involved. He could have just did some BS. Somebody could come knock us down, right? The police could show up. What good could come from standing around in the crowd? Never any good. A dice game. You know how those turn out. And then they promote it in a way where it's so unrealistic. That's why we come to find out, like, okay, these guys is all from the same gang, but guess what? Behind the scenes, they shooting and they killing each other. But they don't promote it like that to you. They promote it like, oh, this is a cool game. We all together. This is a brotherhood. Behind the scenes, they have problems. They have issues. He just stole something from him, right? He hitting his girl on the low. He doing this is always, you put too many men around, especially black men, it's always going to be an issue, man. That's why you got to keep the circle small always, man. Right? They put your mind in a box. And you'll never be able to outthink that unless you really elevate your mind and really think about what you actually want in life, man. All that is BS, because where does it lead? The grave or the cell? Do you want, like, come on, man. My journey is always moving forward, man. When I left the hood, I kept moving around. I moved from city to city. I want to see how these people live. I want to see how these people live. And it was always a joy to go out of town and to hear how people spoke, their different accents, their different way of living, right? It excited me, right? I left out of the hood, the trenches, with a clean record. How many people could say that? Right? But my journey was never going to stop for anybody. Not for friends, not for no woman, nothing. And, you know, I'm in tune with my energy and what works for me. So as soon as I feel like something isn't serving me anymore, like, it was to a point where I just started looking around. When I was in Brooklyn, I just started to look around. I see the rusty buildings, right? The trenches. I see the females, the chicken heads. You know what I mean? They was no good. They all had attitudes. They was all mean, right? And I just thought to myself, I don't think this is the place for me anymore, right? I graduated from that environment mentally. I looked around and I said, I don't believe this is the place for me anymore, right? I elevated from it. And it wasn't hard for me to leave. I just got on the plane and I left. I never keep a lot of material things. Majority of everything I own, I could fill up a sedan with it and hit the road. I don't buy a lot of furniture. When I rent out a spot, all I buy is a bed. I either leave the bed in the spot so the landlord could do what he want to do with it, or I throw it out. That's the only piece of furniture I've ever bought in my life. Well, a TV too. But a flat screen TV you could throw in the sedan. I could throw that in my trunk. I throw that in the back seat. That's nothing. I was always moving around. And sometimes I just think about the men who haven't, right? I think about the men who wanted a family, right? And how they had kids with the wrong female. Listen, you have a kid out here, it's like a 98% chance that's the wrong person and you made a mistake. It will not turn out good for you. And then you're going to be stuck in some type of city or place because your kid's going to be there. And then you're going to have to deal with your baby mother and those type of issues and her bringing random men around your child. And then it goes back to what I said. I've been on my own for a long time. It's nearly impossible for me to get with a female, right? And have to listen to her tell me the BS that she tells men. See, these women, for the most part, they want control. They don't want a man. They want a dog. They want someone they could be able to tell what to do. You walking outside and she see a good-looking female, she gonna look at her and then look at you to see if you looking. How many skits have you seen online and on the internet where a dude is trying to sneak to get a look? I don't want to live like that. And I refuse to live like that. And I would never live like that. You know? It's just so much. You go tell a chick, listen, I've dated females where they've gotten mad just off of random innocent interactions with females. Like, I remember I was leaving this restaurant. The chick told me good night. I told her good night. We leave the restaurant. She like, oh, I don't like how she said good night to you. I said, what? And she was serious. She didn't smile. It's not like she smiled after she said it. She was like, I don't like how she said good night to you. And I just think about the men that's in these serious relationships for 5 to 10 years. And I'm just like, listen, there's no way in the hell. Listen, the only type of female I could possibly ever deal with is one that was okay with polygamy. I would only deal with a polygamous-minded female. I'm too great for just you. I feel like I'm too great for one female. Right? And then on another hand, I feel like I'm too much for you. Because if you feel like everything is cheating, if you feel like everything is a threat to you losing me, obviously you think I'm much better than you. Right? And your self-esteem is in line with that. You believe that someone could easily take me from you. And it also makes me think you've never dated a guy like me. You've never dated a guy like me. You've always dated lesser men. Right? You've always dated men that other females didn't want. Because there's no way I should make you that insecure to the point where everything's threatening to you. Having a female in 2025 is basically like having a replacement mother. And we know a lot of these dudes is mama's boys. They love their mama. You can't even make no joke about their mama. They ready to pop you. Right? I was never a mama's boy. Never. Right? They get cursed at like how their mama used to curse at them. Like I've been saying these past few videos. They'll get beat on. Like how their mama used to beat on them. This is why they so okay with it. This is why they okay with being in these relationships. When they say something wrong to the female, they'll start flinching and start watching their face and, oh, they don't want to get hit. Like how their mom used to swing that belt and they used to try to block their face and their head. You see how men are programmed to fear women, and because they was getting their ass beat as a kid. A woman ran things. 9 times out of 10 that was born from a single mother, and she ran that household with an iron fist. A lot of men are programmed to fear women. You understand? You do anything wrong, she whipping out that extension cord, that belt, whatever, smacking you. Fast forward, you become an adult, your girl's doing this, and you're okay with it. You were programmed to accept that type of abuse. You understand? Do you see how it's set up? Do you see how black men are easily programmed to fall into these traps? And most of them don't have the intellect to see through it, to break out of it, to see the other side. There's more to this. A lot of these dudes just remain bums their whole life. A lot of these dudes just, listen, they drive these beater cars. They try to sell Reggie weed and Lowe's all day. Right? They never elevate to a point where they get anything that will help them. Go get an electrician apprenticeship. Those are in like every city. You could go get an apprenticeship to be an electrician. I think it's like you got to get like some type of paper, and then you got to go through like this schooling, this apprenticeship. I think it's like 4 years. And then you could become a journeyman and make real paper, man. I could be saying that wrong, but last I checked, that's how it goes. There's so many things available to men, but they're caught up in the mix. None of these things are cool to the average black man. What's cool is moving packs, man. Getting a record, getting felonies, right? Being a top shooter. Gang banging, right? You gotta understand, once you elevate your mind, you can no longer be in these type of environments. These environments are filled with pookies and 304s. You have to realize when you outgrew the hood, when everything annoys you, when you just like, you see the average day will piss you off. That's when you know you graduated from that environment. You have to leave, man. There's nothing there for you anymore. And I was able to see that in my early 20s, man. I've been moving around for a long time, man. I still go to New York all the time. But it's like, I haven't lived there in years. Because it's nonsense, right? But back to me, though. Like I was saying, my journey is about moving forward. You know what's one of the things that, like, surprised me and, like, annoy me so much is when I look around, either on social media or in real life, and I watch these women parade around like they have so much value when the only thing they could provide you with is a blast. You know what I'm saying? They could get you off, man. Like, that is it. But you watch these women parade around like they're on your level. Done nothing with their life but get a whole bunch of dudes off. And get scrapes from each dude. A couple hundred for this dude, couple hundred for this dude. Lady, you are still in poverty. You never went anywhere. Listen, there is no joy that comes with the modern female in America. There's no joy that comes with that. They feel like they are the end all be all. I don't know who. Yes, I know who's lying to them. Pookie's lying to them, right? But it's still at the same time, you have to be realistic. Like, the type of delusion that the average female have is like, it's wild. It's like, you bring nothing. Your crotch don't have nearly the type of value you think it has. Listen, there are a lot of crotch worshipers out here, man. The type of man that he just can't wait to just get in between and just eat up and just lick and all this. And I've never been that type of guy. Right? Never in my life. In fact, let me tell you, do something, man. I could think of 3 chicks just off the top of my head that I lost because I didn't go down. Right? Because I didn't go down on them. Outside of that, I was a great guy to them. Right? But we just got to understand the mind of a 304, right? She's all about pleasure. She's all about money. All the important things don't matter. She needs money and pleasure. I done lost 3 chicks just off the top of my head because I didn't go down on them. I'm not the guy that's going to go down on you and pleasure you with my mouth. Pause. But you understand what I'm saying? A righteous man is going to go down on a skeezer. Listen. Think about this, right? If I took a spoon, right, and I dipped it in the toilet, I took the spoon out, I put bleach on it. I soaked it in bleach overnight. I took the spoon out, rinsed it off, clean. I put soap on it, regular antibacterial soap. Lathered it up real good, rinsed it off. I threw it in the dishwasher, right? That spoon is squeaky clean, right? And I told you, listen, this spoon fell in the toilet. I washed it 3 times. The first time with bleach, the second time with antibacterial soap, and the third time in the dishwasher at the highest temperature. This is completely sterilized and completely clean. Here's this spoon. Eat your bowl of cereal with it. Would you eat your bowl of cereal with it? And that's how I look at most women. Your crotch has been through World War III. You've let every pookie get inside your legs raw. Some of these dudes made you eat a Plan B after y'all was done y'all little situationships and after y'all sessions. He made you eat a Plan B. He fed it to you like a multivitamin. Right? You've been to Planned Parenthood. Right? All of these things. And we're not even going to talk about the normal functions of it. Right? Just the normal everyday functions. And these chicks want you to put your mouth on that. They want you to put your mouth on that. And lick and eat and swallow the fluids and like really think about that, man. I've never been that guy. Like I just told you, I done lost women because I didn't do it. Because I'm going to stand on my morals and my principles. These are filthy, low-down individuals. You are a fool if you go down on any of these chicks, man. Don't you understand? Somebody's probably actively squirting in it. Somebody's actively digging in it. No rubber. She always has men. She always has a backup man. Her options are always wide open. Right? Her options are always wide open. She's with you. When she go out and a dude approach her, she like, oh, I could save him for later. She'll exchange information, either Instagram, Snapchat, whatever, Facebook, and she'll remember him For when y'all arguing and y'all relationship is coming to an end, this is why when a lot of females leave you, they leave you and they don't look back. A chick will leave you like you never existed. You could have been with her for 5-6 years. Pay for everything. Pay rent. Everything. When she leave you, it's going to be like you never existed because she already got a man. You the simp type of dude that's still going to try to text her a week later. She's laying up with the guy while you texting and you wondering why she not text you back. She's already moved on. It's over. You got to know that. You understand? But these are the same individuals that walk around like they got all this value. And it hurts me when I see it. It's like, are we serious here? Like like I said in another video, their crotches are basically like radioactive. Like seriously, like, and let me say something, man. When we talk about this celibacy thing, right? A lot of women like to claim celibacy, right? What does celibacy mean for the average female out here? Does it mean actually to refrain from all sexual acts? Let's say men aren't touching her, right? I promise you she's still hanging out with men, right? This is celibacy for a female. Listen, she's still going to hang with a man. She still might do something with her mouth and her hands, right? Celibacy is playing with 10 different toys that she got at the crib. She got every toy, every gadget. That's not true celibacy. If something's going in and out, it don't matter if it was fake. You're still getting ran through. You're still putting mileage on your body. This is what they're not understanding. You're still putting mileage on your body if something's going in and out. You're still putting mileage on your body if you got some vibrators. That's still putting wear and tear on you. And that leads to so many other things, right? It's like, listen, funny story, right? I was hanging with this celibate chick, right? And we hanging around and stuff. And she like trying to be sexy. She moving around. And as she moves around, air comes out of it. Air. You hear the air come out. Air. Right? Now let me ask you something. To the experienced guys. When is air coming out of it? When can air come out of it? After it's been used, right? Right? When there's some space there, right? If you're celibate, there shouldn't be any space for air to come out, for you to be able to hear air come out. So it's been used recently, very recently, probably just before I got there. Either by yourself with all these gadgets, right? Or somebody was here before I got there. But you're trying to tell me you're celibate. You're celibate, all right? You celibate. Just a little bit, right? But look, and them having all these gadgets, and listen, it's still putting wear and tear on you. Because at the end of the day, these same chicks, right, are the ones that start mentioning things like foreplay, right? We start talking about things like foreplay. And that's one of the most annoying things ever. And also one of the most telltale signs that they are ran through. Really think about your life. When I was in my teens, there was no such thing. When I was 19 and I'm with an 18-year-old, there was no such thing as foreplay. She was hot and ready. You was good to go. You was ready. There's no such thing as foreplay when a chick doesn't have that much experience. When a chick has a low body count, she's good to go. She ready. She been craving you. There's no such thing as foreplay. Foreplay is for ran through bops that have been ran through. She done got all the toys at home, or it takes her a lot to even get aroused. She's worn out. Why would you, listen, if a chick is naturally attracted to you, why would you have to get her in the mood? Why would you have to warm her up like an old car? Like an old car. You got to warm her up like an old car. You got to let the car sit there and warm up. You got to do all these little things and, oh, kiss right here and, oh, touch me like, just to warm her up, just so you could get it started. Just so you could start driving. Is that not a sign of something old and worn out and used? Highly used? Those is old cars that you got to let warm up and, oh yeah, let me warm it up. It's winter time. Let me let it warm up for 5-10 minutes before I pull off. And the 304 really sit there and text you and complain. Yeah, you're not good with foreplay. Because what even is foreplay? What is that? What is foreplay? I'm good to go. I'm standing up upright. I'm straight. What's wrong with you? Are you defective? Something's wrong with you. I shouldn't have to assist you to get in the mood. You just not it. You see what I'm saying? You just not it. You're broken. Too many pookies was in it. Too many toys and vibrators. And those are the same. Think about all this effort. You got to get her aroused. You got to be good at foreplay. She wants you to go down. You paying all the bills. She always wants to go out. Always. A chick want to do something every day. How realistic is that, man? And that's one of the main reasons why they cheat so much. I made a video. What is the number one sign? What was the video called? It was, I'll look it up for y'all right now, man. What was the name of that video? It was the number one red flag in women. And that is them being bored. You got to understand, a chick that can't sit still and stay indoors and is always complaining and ask you what we going to do. Understand she lived a wild lifestyle. A lifestyle where she was running around and doing something different every day. Listen, that's what I'm saying. Something different every day. Right? AKA being with a different man every day. Right? You got to understand the average chick could go from your crib to the next man's crib to the next man's crib. You go into the average chick's phone, it's a horror movie. She has like 10 open conversations with 10 different dudes. And she gonna call all of them her friend because she's casually sleeping with all these dudes, man. Every dude's different. And she get all these different highs mentally because she with Pookie. Pookie's doing some high risk-ish. Right? Then when she not feeling like doing all that, she'll go slide on the square, the dude that likes staying home and playing video games. Right? When she want to do something extravagant and nice, she'll go deal with the dude with a good job. Right? That could take her to a nice restaurant or on a trip. She got a dude for every activity she want to do. This is why I said the number one red flag in a female is her always being bored. If she can't sit in a room with you and not complain, that's a red flag. And that's one of the main reasons why my life is always moving forward. I don't have time to deal with that. Majority of these chicks, they can't be with a man like me because I'm not here to entertain you. My life, I'm not going to sacrifice my life to make you happy and give you all these adventures, and because I'm a simple man. A road trip will give me more joy than the average female. Me driving from state to state is such a exciting thing to me because I'm so simple, man. I remember I was driving through South Dakota and I seen them bald eagles swoop down and come eat something that was dead on the side of the road and was pecking at it. And I was like, wow, I never seen a bald eagle before. And I was so intrigued. I remember driving through North Dakota and seeing a tumbleweed go across the road and thought, wow, like this is like some movie-ish. I'm from New York. This is crazy, like real tumbleweed, a good big size tumbleweed. I was like, wow. Stuff like that excite me. For a female, that's nothing to them. That's not exciting at all. That's boring. She wants to know what we gonna do. And she's hoping I say, let's go to a club or to a party. Let's go to a concert. I'm not going to no concert with you. See what I'm saying? I'm not. Yo, these females, listen, that's a whole nother topic, man. I remember this one chick was like, she went to this concert and this rapper looked at her. And you can see like how giddy she got and how. And I just looked at her like in disgust, like, you fanning out over a stranger? Over a stranger that would just pipe you in throat, and just throw you in the trash bin and you this excited? Like, I'm confused, man. Like, I'm gonna be honest. There's no chick I'm dating that could tell me she's going to an R&B concert, a rap concert, any type of concert. These chicks are such ghetto gaggers. They gonna go, man. Given the opportunity, they gonna go backstage and they gonna get a train ran on them by the dude's whole team, man. You understand? Like, these chicks, like, when it comes to these dudes that got any type of clout or any type of anything, like, they whole brain, all they standards, all this, he gonna put you right on the tour bus. You gonna be on your knees in front of 7 dudes right on the tour bus. You cool with that? But for a regular dude, it's like, oh no, you gotta take me on a date. You gotta. And this is the type of individuals that we're dealing with out here, man. Listen, my journey would never stop moving forward. I've never found a chick that was able to fit my standards and to fit and to be who I wanted. What I envision as a wife, I've never met before. We talking about submissive. No matter how upset she gets, she'll never raise her voice at you. She'll never curse at you. One of my biggest pet peeves is a female that uses profanity. That is such a masculine thing, right? For you to be cursing, you get upset, you want to raise your voice. I'm already done, right? A chick get upset and she try to raise her voice and try to get rude with me. I'm already done, man. I'm not even attracted to you anymore, right? And I don't feel like sitting here and trying to explain to you how to talk to me. I don't feel like doing that. That's too much work, right? I don't feel like sitting around and telling the chick how to dress. Do you know how many times I done dealt with a chick? As soon as it hits summer, they think it's like 3 or 4 season. Chick say, oh yeah, I'm almost ready. And then she come out and she got on these little shorts, all her leg out. She come out with these little shorts, a big t-shirt. It looked like she got no pants on underneath. Stuff like that. It's like, who are you trying to appeal to? Do you think I find that attractive? It's so embarrassing when you see a chick dressing half naked. When I see a dude and his girl looks halfway naked, it's a bad reflection on him as a man. And I know that. It makes you look bad as a man because it's like you don't got your situation in check. You don't got it in order. Because why is your girl coming out like she's about to walk the blade? Right? Why is she out here looking like she about to walk the blade? It's such like an embarrassing thing to see, man. I don't even want to walk with them on the streets because I know the type of attention that we're going to attract. Right? You got to understand, when you're walking around with these chicks that's half naked and you a certain caliber type of man, she's going to put you in some real uncomfortable positions, man. Because there's going to be a lot of guys really ogling at her and you know, you're going to feel disrespected at some point. Right? And it's like, you want to get mad at the dude, but it's like, he's just a dude. He's just a man, right? Now, what's one thing if they go and talk to your chick while you right there, but come on, that's like nearly impossible. But what they will do is stare and look and ogle, and that alone is like, why is this happening? This is happening because you decided to come out looking like a 304 because you feel like you need all this attention and all this validation. You got a man at home and you still feel the need to let everybody see you come out in little ass shorts and a crop top. You're basically naked. You coming out these little shorts and a crop top. The only thing stop you from being naked is that little piece of material on the top and a little piece of material on the bottom. You're basically naked. What is that signaling to the average man? If you was by yourself, you like a gazelle. You know what I'm saying? Walking around a bunch of lions. They will pounce on you. Right? And for some odd reason, women are comfortable living like that. It's so strange. They'll call men predators and weirdos and all these names, but you come out basically naked. Basically naked. And you feel like, well, that doesn't give men a reason to, well, listen, if you want to believe you living in that type of world, go ahead. I would like to live in a world where I could have $100 bills hanging out my pocket and nobody come run down on me. But let's be real. Is that reality? Or are you wishing that was reality? Are we dealing with reality or what you wish the world would be? Right? Because the reality is you walking out here, you pray out here, man. And some of y'all girls, they go out on a Friday night to go to the bar and the club half naked. Right? You still with them. Those is 304s. You can't save them. They look just like the chicks that's on the track. That's walking the blade. That's getting to it, man. They really wasting time. They really should be on the track, if we being honest. Right? Because anytime I see a chick dressed like that, it pisses me off to the point where it's like, shorty, go out like that, but come back with $1,000 or better. Or it's up. Come back with $1,000 or better, or I'm done, son. Because you look like a prostitute. If you ain't out here really prostituting, like, what are you doing? Why do you have to look just like a prostitute? I'm not understanding. Somebody explain it to me. Right? It's so much ish about these chicks where it's like, yet all of that, with all of those terrible things about the average chick, she's still gonna walk out here like she has some type of substantial value over you, the hardworking man. You make 2-3 times what she makes, and she's still gonna treat you like you ain't nothing. This the world that we living in, man. This is why my train can't stop for none of these 304s. The underground, well, what he said, the underground train don't stop for hoes, I get around. Something like that. Rest in peace to Shock G. The underground pimp don't stop for hoes, I get around. Something like that. Right? They all the same. What is the purpose of stopping your life thinking that you found the one? What is the chances that you're going to find a woman in this society, man? What is the chances? If she's not a 304, her friends are 304s. She's going to get tainted. What is the chances? When you get with a chick, she's going to her friends, right? Every problem I got, she's bringing it to her friends, and she's coming back with the answers that her friends gave her and repeating it to you. Her friend is brainless, mindless, but she's a female, so she's going to listen to her. My train can't stop for none of these broads. Like I said, I never met a chick that have lived up to my standards, that have been the type of woman that I'm envisioning as a wife or as someone to take serious. They all have terrible qualities that I can't look past. You should not be telling my business to anybody. If we have problems, you should not be bringing it into another female. A lot of these women are evil. They're going to tell you to do the most wicked thing. Oh, I think he's cheating. You should cheat. Keep your options are open, girl. Cheat. Do what you got to do. They're going to give you the worst advice. And then I don't want people to know my business, but you're going to go ahead and spread my business. That's a deal breaker. You lie to me. All these chicks lie. It's a deal breaker. You got a high body count. They all got a high body count. It's a deal breaker. When you get mad, you try to raise your voice and try to talk crazy and cuss. It's a deal breaker. You always bored. You always want to do something. Listen, I'm describing the average chick. Listen, the average chick is all of these things. Not one or two of these. All of these things combined. Just terrible, just demonic, man. Right? They're all these things. She dresses like a 304. A deal breaker. She still texts other men. She still has social media. She posts pictures on it. She updates her social media with new pictures. A deal breaker. Where you dudes finding these? You dudes keep getting married, and the women y'all marrying have all these negative qualities that I'm listing right now. Yet you as a man, you can't see that this is danger. This will not end right. This will not end right. This is a train wreck about to happen, man. How don't you see it? Like I said, it's a lot of crotch worshipers, man. They can't see any of these things. They're blind to it, man. It'll take a righteous man like me to explain it to them. And even still, they still going to deny it. That's how much they were programmed to worship women. They're still going to deny it and defend it and say this and this and this. I remember I was getting a haircut. I'm going to end the video with this, right? I remember I was getting a haircut at a barbershop. And you know, like when you get a haircut in the hood, it's always them hood niggas, you know, like the older hood niggas. Look like they got a couple dollars. You know what I mean? They dress fresh. They drive something nice. Right? And he told his girl, he like, yo, my girl spend more time on her phone than she do paying attention to me. And it's like an older man at like 45, something like that. And I was just looking at him, and they talking to each other like a bunch of men, and like they 45, like 45 and 50 and shit, like older dudes. They look like old trap niggas. You know, regardless of what city you in, you can probably get the image, right? Now he a barber, whatever, he doing shit straight, whatever. And I'm just thinking, like, how is it that you made it to this type of age and you still don't understand women? And I've understood all of this since my early 20s. Is it because you're starving for love and you just choose to ignore certain things? Certain bright red flags is flashing at you right in your face, and you choose to just skip past it? What is it? What is it that these guys can see all these red flags and still proceed and still feel like, I'm going to fix her, I'm going to make her change her ways, I'm going to tell her what not to do? I don't believe in changing anybody. I believe a chick that is a wife or someone for me to take seriously would just be everything I want her to be. I would not have to tell her, hey, yo, that outfit's a little too tight. Yo, that dress is a little too short. You know what I mean? Those short shorts, that's not it. You bend over, it's a wrap. I wouldn't have to tell her nothing. A wife would just behave in a certain way and carry herself in a certain way where she's just perfect. From start to finish, just perfect. And I'm going to ask you dudes, where you supposed to find that at, man? If you're going to find it, I promise you, it is not in America. I assure you, it is not in America. And a lot of these dudes is asleep. A lot of these dudes pass away asleep. They never woke up to see the truth, man. It's so crazy, man. But yo, listen, man. It's Big Tim the Great, man. My train stops for nobody, man. My journey continues, man. There's nobody worth stopping for. I'm on a personal journey of happiness, man. This life is short, man. You're not going to be on planet Earth forever, man. You will be under the ground at some point. You have to internalize that and realize that, man. Why would I torture myself and be in a situation with a female who I'm not 100% satisfied with? It's not something I'm willing to do, man. I will not compromise, man. I believe in polygamy, man. I believe in having multiple women. Why would I compromise that and be with one woman knowing I won't be happy? This is how I want to live my life, man. I'm not telling you guys y'all should live your life like how I live my life. I'm just explaining to you who I am, man. How I think, man. Y'all could do what y'all want to do, man. But yo, it's Big Tim the Great, man. This train stops for no one. I'm going to catch on it.